Hi everyone, today we're at the BC Wildlife Park outside of Kamloops, British Columbia, and I was going to take you on the miniature railway, but unfortunately it's closed for maintenance. So let's go inside and check out the animals and see how they're doing. The animal habitats at the BC Wildlife Park are really huge. Let's see if we can find a few of the animals a little closer up. Here's some plains bison, which used to have a wide range from the Gulf of Mexico all the way north to the Great Plains. These two bison are related. They were actually born at the park. Mama was born in 1995 and her daughter PT was born in 2001. These gentle giants are herbivores and primarily consume grass by grazing. In the birds of prey exhibit, we found these bald eagles. Bald eagles aren't actually at risk in North America. They are carnivorous and eat mostly a variety of fish that they can catch. These two are called Coho and Chinook, and they came to the BC Wildlife Park as rescued eagles. They both have permanent wing injuries, which prevent them from being released. Coho arrived in 1996 and Chinook came in 2003. Here's a very rare Kermode bear. These are only found in a very specific area of the Pacific Northwest. This bear's name is Clover, and unfortunately he came into contact with humans before he was a year old. He was taken to a rehabilitation center where he stayed until he was about a year and a half old, but after being released he continued to come into contact with humans. Rather than put him in a situation where he could harm himself or other people, the BC Wildlife Park was contacted and asked if they could house Clover. He's lived here at the BC Wildlife Park since 2012. It's a hot day and these grizzly bears appear to be enjoying some time in the pool. Grizzlies are found in most parts of British Columbia and Alaska, but also in Alberta, Nunavut, Montana, Wyoming, and Washington. At one time, the grizzlies had a wider range covering most of western North America. Grizzlies are actually omnivorous and eat mainly plants and vegetation. Only about 20% of their diet contains meat. The grizzlies at BC Wildlife Park are Dawson and Newt. They're rescued siblings that came to the park in 2011 as orphans from the Yukon. This guy is named Brock, the bearded dragon. These guys are named for the bearded spikes that are all over their throat. These can change color and flare out depending on their mood. This type of bearded dragon is found mainly in Central Australia, but there are also other species living all over Australia.
Yeah, she was someone's pet, so she's very calm and everything like that.
How long do they live?
Kind of depends. Like in the wild, they have a pretty short lifespan just because of predators and stuff. But in captivity, if they have a good, like, healthy diet and stuff like that, maybe up to 15. But that's pretty old. So.
Was that full grown up?
Yes. Yeah. So she's actually quite a big bearded dragon too. She's about 30% larger than most. Most are quite a bit smaller, and she's from people I've talked to who have bearded dragons, they say she's quite a unique color too. Usually they're more of the greenish kind of color range. So yeah.
It's super hot out today, so a lot of the animals are resting or hiding in the shade. So let's go inside and check out the reptiles.
Looks like Brock is back in his cage, having a rest and a well-deserved snack.
This is a western rattlesnake. These guys are found in the southern interior of BC, southeastern Alberta, and southwestern Saskatchewan. Their species is at risk because of habitat loss due to human disturbance. They are carnivorous and eat small mammals like mice, gophers, marmots, and squirrels. If you happen to find a dead rattlesnake, be sure to avoid touching it because their biting reflex will still work even after they're dead. Right beside it, we've got a red-eared slider. These are native to southeastern United States, Mexico, Central America, and Brazil. But in British Columbia, they're actually an invasive species. The red-eared sliders can live up to 40 years in the wild, and they get their name from the red patches located just behind their eyes. This is a western painted turtle. They're found mostly in southwestern Canada and the United States and parts of Mexico. Male turtles have longer claws and wider tails than the females. And this is actually the only freshwater turtle that's native to British Columbia. Here's one of my favorites. This is Mortimer. He was born in 2008 and was donated to the Wildlife Park in 2018. He's a red-footed tortoise, which can be found in the wild in Central and Southern America. Red-footed tortoises can actually live up to 60 years, so it looks like he's going to be at the park for a while.
And if you like this video, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. And until next time, it's time to exit through the gift shop.